On day 21, I left Moab, Utah, and I headed towards Hanksville, Utah. This was going to be a traveling day, right? But the highlights were again some amazing scenery, some beautiful roads, and getting to ride through Glen Canyon National Recreation Area and cross the Colorado River. Arriving in Hanksville, you'll notice that there's not a whole lot there. Probably the best place to stay in town is Duke's Slick Rock Campground. There you can get a tent site for $15, or they have cabins available as well as RV sites. So I'm in my tent again, as you can see, and this is actually only the third night that I have been camping. I had another night planned. However, because of thunderstorms, I decided to cancel that and get a hotel. But you can probably hear what's going on now. So far, 3 nights of camping in a tent, and every time it has decided to rain and thunder. So, I'm not having very good luck with this. Tomorrow night I'll be in a campground, but again, I'll be in a cabin for a couple of days when I go over to Bryce. But for now, I guess I'm just stuck here in this tent trying to find things for me to do. So luckily I did some laundry earlier right here. So I am going to put that away. And that's going to be the excitement for the evening. Hopefully, I think in an hour or two, all of this stuff is supposed to pass on by, I hope. So that way it'll dry out for the morning, because that's the worst part, is if you have to, put your tent and everything away wet, especially if it is still raining. That's not much fun. But I guess, again, we'll see what happens here. Nothing I can do about it now, except push on through it. Here, you can hear it. It's pretty loud in here when it rains. I got the video going too. I'm trying to talk to my wife at the same time I'm doing this. It's a little difficult with all this noise. And one of the great things about staying in places like Duke's is that you get to meet the other campers. And on this occasion, I met a great couple who now live in Arizona, but they immigrated from Germany, and they love spending their time traveling and seeing this beautiful country. On day 22, I left Dukes and I headed towards Cannonville, Utah, which is just outside Bryce National Park. Riding through the rock formations and canyons of Capital Reef National Park is breathtaking. And for me, one of the highlights of the park was to be able to stop and see some very well-preserved Native American rock carvings. Now, these rock carvings were made by the Fremont people, somewhere between 600 and 1300 AD. The Fremont people were contemporaries of the Puebloan tribes who built locations like Aztec, New Mexico, and also those cliff dwellings that we saw up in Mesa Verde National Park. Leaving Capital Reef National Park, I turned on Utah Route 12 and headed south. Route 12 is known as a National Scenic Byway, one of America's great roads, and it's also known as a Journey Through Time highway. And let me tell you, it is one of the most beautiful rides I have ever taken. Traveling through canyons, between mesas, climbing up over the top of them, and riding on the top of mesas with canyons on either side of you. Just an absolutely breathtaking ride. Again, I'm using that term a lot during this day, but it happens to be true. At the end of this amazing day of riding, I ended up in Cannonville, Utah. And once again, I was staying at a KOA, and I was getting one of their great camping cabins, because I was staying 2 nights in Cannonville, and the following day, I was heading into Bryce National Park.